Hello there, welcome back everyone. I tried warning you, but if you ignored me, I'm gonna repeat it. It is time, finally, to build me a large class ship. It's gonna take a long while, I can imagine. It's gonna take a lot of progress. Who knows what is to come. Hopefully it's gonna be my best creation yet. It's probably going to take longer. It's probably going to take longer than a lot of my other ships so far, but I am excited for this process. I am looking forward what we can do with this, and I already got a very vague idea of what I want there. I kind of just want this first initial ship to be like a generic like frontline fighter there, kind of like a massive escort ship, kind of like a fighter. It's just going to have a lot of firepower. It's not going to have any fancy nuance to it there. And ideally, I would love, if possible, to also be very capable of taking on the dragon. Because I had mentioned that before, about having a ship that can single-handedly just wipe out the dragon from the face of the galaxy. And if I can get that too, that'll be a nice bonus. But the vague idea I have of the ship in my mind there is just basically one of those rebel transport ships from like episode 6, is it, or something, like those basic, like the top half is basically like a circle of sorts, and then the bottom half is like a bunch of exposed components almost, it seems like. That's the rough idea I'm going for. At least that's what I have envisioned here, so we're going to try with that. I'm going to have like big massive engines to kind of represent the back there, where it's going to be the entirety of the rear of the ship, I'm not sure. And I'm going to get that duplicated because I want at least two of them. It helps if I rotate properly, I guess. Because 90 degrees is what I want. There we go. We're going to offset it back. If anything, I might want to make this a tiny bit bigger, maybe. I don't even know if I want this. Do I want this way or do I want upside down? Let's see. I think I might like them better this way, if I do this right. It's really hard to say for certain. But leave them really close and then we'll see what we can work with. Next up, we'll start with the superstructure, because I want to at least get the rough length and idea of the ship first before I start working on the cosmetic stuff. So what I need, maybe some kind of hull or bulkhead that can properly fit there. I think that's what I would like. I just have no clue what on earth would fit there. That's the only thing. I only use these engines once, and I don't think I ever recall running into a component that actually fits in there reasonably well. Only thing I could think of might be this component, but this is gonna look awful. I'm just gonna say it right now. Not to mention this stupid thing is like sideways every single piece, so that's gonna be a hassle to deal with. But I am just curious to see how well it fits. Probably not the best, especially since it's like upside down anyway. And at least since this is inside the kind of like the inner portions, I won't have to worry about the lighting until later. This lighting's not going to be an issue at all. So I'm not concerned there. It's just a matter if I can make it have the shape I want. That's really all it is. And yeah, it should fit in there reasonably well. There'll be a bit of a gap. It's not like a perfect fit, so I have no idea what to expect. What the kind of component I'm supposed to get that would be a perfect fit. But it works relatively well. Not that I need to be that picky, I guess. But I do want it for the sake of the off chance I don't get what I want for later on down the road. So we might as well try and be thorough, if nothing else. And it helps if I move this in a proper place. Let's see. Yeah, I need to shrink it some more. Damn it, this is getting really tedious really fast, isn't it? And I keep getting the wrong axis. There we go, that fixed that there. We're mirrored out. And of course the bottom's looking weird. I probably need to rotate that. I don't know if I'm just trying to think how I can fix it out. A little bit of superstructure on top won't hurt. I just now gotta connect these two pieces together. Or hell, do you want to shrink the set axis? which seems really weird considering it doesn't give me much length. All it really does there is fill out the hole, which seems really dumb, quite frankly. Yeah, this seems really stupid question, doesn't it? Not to mention the said scale needs to shrink down some. There we go. I don't know what I want with these things. I'm being stupid, I think. Because I still need to get like shape or something. I could just really go with any kind of bulkhead I want, really. So let's see, can we get this here? It'll probably have to be a bit wider, but that could fill out. How far back do I want to go, though? Do I want right there? That seems good. Can I get the length and width I want? And how well will that look overall? Because I don't think I want it to be like a singular piece, but again, I'm going to have a shell or something over time. So this makes it really difficult to know how I want to proceed. Because this is going to have so many different layers on it, I can't really vision that far ahead to really know if I'm going the right direction or not. And of course with these pieces there, if I just make multiples of them just to lengthen it, or just set scale, it's going to... Any textures that do happen to stick out is going to look really odd. Heck, all these textures here, well, technically are consistent with the engine there, but ideally I don't want that to be a continuous theme. This thing's supposed to be much bigger. So this texture ideally should be a lot smaller in the best case scenario. I don't know how to really proceed, damn it. I might as well just put it on there and just leave it for now as we move forward. So I originally had an idea for here, just an extra layer, and then we'll work from that. You know this is gonna go really well there if I'm just plopping on there and hope for the best. Not a good strategy to go with. Let me at least fill out to the front there some. So just for the sake of scaling and just having it in place. I'm getting needlessly picky, aren't I? Alright, that piece is in. How do we connect that? How can we connect that in a decent way? Because we have this piece here which could work pretty well for a top half. Hell, I'm kind of half tempted to use that now, damn it. We're doing really good. We're doing really good. But just so I don't have to rebuild this, let me just offset it down or out of the way. And then I can just put it back in afterwards. Just so I have an easy way to fix this. Because I was thinking like the top half being dome-ish. I was just hoping for a little bit of superstructure first. Alright, we're going to put that in. It'll probably need to be narrowed out some. Or even raised up a fair amount. And how much do I want it sticking out? Because that's way too much, I feel. Put it in like that. I need to, if I'm going to leave it in, it needs to have some good, an ideal connection point for the rails, I think. And that is decent. Now, do I make it longer or not? Let me see. I might want to make it a little bit longer. Of course, it has to stretch the wrong end, which completely messes everything up, which is always fun. Yeah, that's pretty good there. And then we'll try one more piece to connect to the front. Let's see how that looks. The only problem is I don't want overlapping metal. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Unless one is smaller than the other, which is not something I like either, the prospect of. Well, first off, let me figure out the scaling, see if there's a difference. Not really much besides the length. So why is this off so much? Why does it seem like it's off? That doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, because you can see it there, right? It seems like the front piece is higher than the other one. It's a bit of an overlap, which I do not want. You know, I have a better idea. Let me just connect it to this block here, because that's where I connected the first piece, and that should help with fitting into place, in theory. That looks a lot better. There, that's much, much better. Still a bit of a curve I don't like, but I don't think there's much I can do about that, is there? That could work there. It just, the middle piece sticks out a bit. But the side rails will flush pretty well, if I do say so myself. What happens if I move it in more? That all by the ball gets rid of it there, so which means if I'm going to continue on with this, I need to stretch the set axis to maybe the same length. 123 is what I want. Let's see how that looks. And there. There is a little bit of weird texture glitching in our issues, but it seems a little more flush. Just a little bit. Maybe too small to my liking compared to the engines, so let me shrink the engines down some. A little bit. Or maybe just I bring them down some even. I just gotta find a good ideal position for them, which is the trick I'm gonna have. Because I don't know where would be good if I want them down low or not. I think for the sake of, because this is supposed to be a very bulky ship, very durable, very resilient, it's not going to be much of mobility in that. I think I want the engines down here. That gives me the option to make it a lot more bulkier. I'll still need to fill out that superstructure though, which also means if I wonder if I just want to move this back or move this. Can't. Is there any way I can link that? Group the parts. It didn't group it for me, go figure. Because they're not connected to each other, I think that's why. Ah, well. That's just more of an annoyance than anything else. So, how far back do I want to go? Do I want that little bit of overlap or not? I'm honestly not sure. It's good for now. Then I can just move the engines as I need. Now, we need a nice superstructure that could connect there. And what I do like is this, at least a portion of this circular piece can do that. Only thing is I don't think I want it to be solved with one piece, so I need to figure out how to do it in like quarter chunks maybe. Because this has curve that I like. I just don't know how to go in the way I want, because this is sloping inward too, which makes it a little more difficult as well. So, how do I proceed? I stretch it out. Well, that's going to be hard to do. This is going to be really hard to do, because as soon as I try stretching it, it's going to stick out, so I guess I leave it in the middle for now and see what we can do with that. I was hoping to do this in maybe 2-3 pieces there to go across the length or the width of the ship, but maybe not, because otherwise the texture is going to be so wide and stretched out. I want to try to avoid that. Maybe I could still get like a couple layers to it. Maybe, I'm not sure. I accidentally reset the stretching some, which doesn't help much. But I turn off the proportional scaling, so I think I want flatter. But this is going to be like, if anything's going to be covered up, it's going to be this piece. So how do I make this useful for me? I think I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Because like I said, I want that to be like a several piece concept, but that's going to be really hard to do, damn it. And that's like dead center of the ship too, so there's like going to be nothing visible of that component once I get to it. But at least it's something I can build off of. What is next? Because I need more links here too. But I will have to do that with more components, quite frankly. That's what I would like. This is going to take a while. I'm feeling it already. Let me start by getting rid of this component. I don't need that anymore. And we need more bulk to kind of increase the size of this thing, slowly but surely. How do we smooth out the side, though? That's what I'm curious. This could at least flush out the corners there, if I just can hide the top piece. Now, I don't know if it's going to do it on its own. But I can easily rotate it if it'll let me. There we go. Stretch it wide. No, not hop. Up, damn it. And see if that helps some. This is pretty much something I can use multiples of even. Is there an easy way I can make multiples? Because that's connected side by side. Although it's not going to give me much of an okay. Not really going to give me too much option with manipulating them, can I? Show palette, show design gives me... No, it doesn't look like there's anything I can fool around with these copies. So I might have to manually rather, build these components one at a time, see if that work helps. Only thing is that the size I want, or do I want to move it? Do I have it stick out more? Because it does have a metal frame. I don't know how well it's going to look with several of those. But I guess we can give it a try. Is there a way I can save these measurements or size? Let me just remember here. It's 31, 12, 22. Come on, is there a way I can copy? Because that's really all I want. I'm not showing an option anyway. 31, 12, 22. Oops, did I get that in the right spot? Either way, let's see how two of these look side by side, if that gives me what I want. I already forget the measurements, but was it 11, 22? Okay. I was worried I didn't click on it first. Yeah, it's 12, 22, never mind. I was off by 1 pixel, 1 measurement, scale, whatever you want to call it. I got it though. I got it. Don't worry about me. Now, how the hell is this gonna look? Because, yeah, that metal piece is gonna stick out a bit, which is not something I'm fond of. It looks like pods or bays of some sort, which I kind of like. Because there's a bit of consistency to it, besides the fact this is out in the middle of nowhere. So, did I mess something up? Oh, placement's off, I think. Or is it something with scale? 90, 90, 31, yeah, scale. There's something here with the rotation, I think. I'm just not sure what. Yeah, these are the exact same, so it is going to be a bit of a hassle, isn't it? Not to mention, two of these axes are moving on the same position, which is going to be annoying. Pretty damn annoying. Well, I guess what I can do is at least mimic them on the other side. I still gotta figure out how to do this here. Unless I consider making them different by making it larger. First, let me figure out why the hell these things are different. Yeah, there's something with the rotation that's off. That's pretty much what it is. So they weren't connected on the exact same spot, so that explains that. But I am liking where this is going. Alright, had to take care of something quickly. But let's see, do I want to add more to this thing? An even bigger question, how the hell do I fix this? Probably just a simple rotation thing. Question is, what rotates? Because again, these two axes are on the same plane for some reason. I don't like that glitch. It's annoying and I can't fix it. Not in this recording, or at least until I reset. So, do I want one more? I should try one more. Let's see, I gotta change types again, damn it. Makes this a little complicated for me. So... oh, that's connected to the side there. That's not really a bad thing. Unless I decide to want to remove the attached component, that could be an issue. But then again, I can just hide like everything else, so I'm not too worried. Now, what's the scaling of this thing? Is there? Oh, still the exact same scaling, is it? Nope. Let me at least get a consistent scale. Alright, 31, 20, 32, 22. Doubt I'm gonna remember that very well. Because I think I already forgot. 23, 22, okay. I was thinking what 22 was said. Now, how does that look when I put it just a little bit further front? And then put it in place. Alright. I need to rotate out a little bit more, but will it let me? I don't know if it will. Not quite. It's happened again, damn it. And I just did that rotation too. So this is annoying as hell. But there's still something cool about that to be said that I can work with. There's something I can work with. I just need to add a little more to it there, and a proper positioning might help too. Just a little bit. I'm just wondering if where I want to place it. There, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, what else can I put in the middle there? Because of course, if this was going to be like the outside portion of it, we got these massive gaping hole from this engine that needs to be fixed. So, how the hell shall we proceed with that? Because I'm still not sure what would be an ideal piece to put in there. Besides something that just covers it completely. And even that's going to be a bit of an issue now, isn't it? Let me try this piece here. Only this time it's going to be on the bottom, I think is what I want to do. It's probably going to be a lot smaller there. Going to lower it into place and see about the width. And that effectively gets rid of the piece I had underneath like I was predicting, so... kind of wondering if I should just... well, I can have that piece move forward some if I really need to. Because since this thing is not going to fit in there as well as this bulkhead. And then I'll need a little bit more. Let's see, how flat can I make this? Because then I can just have it just poke up underneath the other bulkhead some. Oh, this is scaling, damn it. I thought I offset it there, damn it. There. How flat can I make this? Hell, that could almost be like a landing bay of some sort if I make it flat enough. It's not going to have much of an opening, mind you. But it's going to have that really... it's going to have that curve there that kind of looks like ships can get in and out. And it is big enough to be a carrier of sorts, so... we'll leave that option open to us. Although, narrowing like that's not a good idea if I want to fill that gap at all. Change set axis, back it up some. And that respectfully fills it. At least the engine holes there. I don't know if it advances the ship to what I like. Because we still gotta fill up in here some, get some coverings. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. but it's progress so far. I'm just wondering if there's something I can do about that top piece, because I don't want it to be just based on two single components there. So I might, no, well, I can't shrink them down now, because that would ruin everything else here. So I'll save that for now and just focus on filling out in the middle, which probably isn't going to be too much. But hey, I already know what to fill it with. That could have possibility later on down the road. First, I think I need to shrink it, because I'm almost certain there's going to be no lighting issues here, unless I deliberately choose to do that. And since it curves downward, maybe it'll still be sticking out to the point I can use it later for something. How do I fill this out though? Do I want to widen it or not? Well, that just makes it higher. I need to widen it. And I need to place it in a way that seems natural with the components it's poking through. Whoop, that was not the zoom I want. This camera work's being a bit of an issue. This is going to be a little bit tricky there, I think. So, bit of work needs to be done. I don't know if flipping it would be better or not, because there's no metal frame there, so it's probably, I would guess it wouldn't. So how do I fix this to get like good metal connection points and that? Because I think I got it there. The only problem is the scaling is too small. Again, that's like the issue I keep having there. I want to ideally have things around 150 to 200, I think, just so that way I can have a reasonable time zooming in at the fine detail. And I'm not doing it with this ship so far, so that's a bit of a blunder. Now, do I back it in or stick it out more? Which would be better for me? I don't know if sticking out's good. I don't like how it curves in then back out, as I can see there through the highlighting. I think I want this just keep its thickness, but I can easily fix that to an extent with just increasing the set axis some. So long as it doesn't poke out through the back, I think we're okay. And, well, it's something anyway. I don't think it fixed what I want. So, I'm left wondering what else I can do to fill in that center some. Whoop. I think what I need to do is just move these pieces up to make it a little bit easier to see. But that's going to move everything when I move it up, isn't it? Yep, that's going to move it all up. Just a little bit. So, that's going to be a bit of an issue, especially since I can't connect those two top pieces too. And these engines still seem obnoxiously large now compared to everything else, so... Is it better that I rotate like that or not? There's still a gaping hole there, which is a bit of an issue. So maybe not for now, anyway. Still, the body is doing well so far. I just don't know how to fill out the bottom just yet. So maybe I work on cosmetics on the top, because I don't think there's a whole lot I want to do besides just giving it a good proper shape. How the hell do I give it a ideal shape though? I'm gonna need a few moments to think on this. Because if this sinks in, maybe I can make like an interesting cockpit piece. It's gonna have to adjust the set axis a little bit, because that could look good there if it's done right. The antenna is a bit of a pain though. I hate the antenna. If there's a way I could get rid of that. I don't think there is. Not without messing up a lot of other stuff, because it's Because now it just looks like a bird beak. If I make it that small. And even when I flip it up like that, it doesn't work. Damn it. Yeah, set access doesn't help too much. But it could at least show up like this. But what the hell is that as far as a cockpit? I could not tell you for the life of me what the hell this is. Is there any kind of scale I could do to help fix it? Not really. I'm gonna need to find something else. Yeah. I like that idea, it's just that damn antenna. If I could kind of wipe that away, erase that section of it, that would have looked pretty good. It would have had potential at least, but I don't think it's gonna work this time. Not to my liking. Now, do I want this to just be a big shell piece to cover over? And how would that even look? Because still, it's like a gigantic piece there. It's still like 2-3 components based. Which is no different than the piece that it's covering over. So how can I make the top look good? Not sure. But I can easily make a curve and sink right into there pretty well. So there's that as a start. It adds like extra bulkhead layer though, which is like I'm actually kind of fond of. I'll just need like a lot of shell pieces underneath though to kind of fill out any spots and misses. So I think that's how I will advance. So should I sink this piece entirely? I'm just wondering what's the best way. Probably center would be better because there's going to be a lot of cosmetic pieces to add on this. So I think that's what I'm going to do.